What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the going way too fast action on the scroll speed. Let's fix that up right now. My name's Boit. I've already said that. God, my brain is not working at all. Wow! Alright, so, in the top map, in the blue color, playing as Oranos, his name is Blidge, or Blidge, I don't know. His opponent today, and our hero of this game, in the red color, playing as Thor, his name is Count Von Count. Why is he our hero? Well, he is demonstrating a build order, of which has taken the ladder by storm. Has taken YouTube by storm. It has taken the world by storm. If you guys want to learn this build order in a lot of detail, I do recommend Mr. Husk Soup. He is an incredible content creator in his own right. In actuality, I have his video playing in the background as we speak. I'm watching that while I watch this. Kind of. Nonetheless, we'll see how the game's going to go. We do see the hippopotamus spawning here for Count Von Count, which does help the Thor build order out quite a lot. Plus, he's got a straggler tree nice and close to this Dwarven Gold Mine, so he's going to be really, really enjoying this. He's going to be getting himself that Hammer of Thunder out as well, which is already a second armory upgrade already at nearly 2 minutes into this game. This is absolutely insane for the Count Von Count. Blidge on the other side of the map, he's just calmly eating his hippopotamus here. Calmly and collectedly. And that's it. There's nothing special in this base. He's got a whole bunch of goats. He's got the temple. Count Von Count is going to not get a single goat in this game because he has opted to leave his berserk in his main base to build buildings rather than going scouting. If we take a look at the perspective of the Count Von Count, he's done one little circle and he's come back. That's all he can get with this build order. Now, he could opt into getting a berserk out probably around now-ish, maybe a little bit earlier than now-ish, to get that temple up while this berserk goes scouting. That might be a little bit of a innovation, I guess, or a subtle variation to this build order just to get that scouting information in. But part of this build here for the Count Von Count for Thor players is that it doesn't matter what your opponent's going to do. You're playing a defensive game here, up 4 villagers to start the game off. So whatever your opponent is going to do, you're going to be able to see it, react to it, and still be in front, even though you've got no knowledge of the map. As we do see the Oceanus coming through, we've got Fort Seti coming through as well. Copper Shields is queued up. No copper weapons just yet for Count Von Count as he is searching around the map. You have those oracles out as well. Count wants to get himself a Herso just to defend himself for the time being. And we'll see how the game's going to go. Already Sky Passages starting to come out. Blidge here with the Sky Passages to come up into the middle of the map. He's going to be able to jump onto those giraffes and be nice and safe. He can drop this town center really quickly. In fact, that's what it looks like he's going for. He's got the Sky Passage on the town center, and he's going to go immediately for that second town center. And this honestly plays very, very heavily into the Thor's plan here. The Thor player's plan here. Why? Well, effectively, you're just saying, no worries, have your benefit of all of the economy. I'm going to attempt to catch up to you. Now, the question is going to be, when will the Count Von Count spot this? And what is his kind of reaction to that? Now, if I'm being completely honest, I think that Thor could very easily just grab his own town center here himself and just play a very defensive game against the Oranos, but we'll have to wait and see what Count wants to be going for. He doesn't know that this is a far second town center for Blidge. There's a lot of citizens on the town center as well, but there was 0 walking time, so why not? Generally, the reason why we don't see a lot of villagers on a town center is because it takes a long time to send those villagers over here. So say they had to walk from like the main base on this wood line over here all the way over to here. It's quite a lot of walking time. But if they teleport here with the sky passage, that's very, very nice. As the double citizens now starting to come out, Dwarven Breastplate is on the way here for the Count Von Count. And you can already see that with this early second town center for Blidge, he's actually already got himself the villager lead back. So, as good as this opening is, I do think that this is playing into the Thor's hands, but this second town center does get him back the lead in terms of economy. And while the Thor player here, or Count Von Count here, does have himself a really good amount of armory upgrades, still going to be a bit of a challenge for him to actually convert this advantage that he's got. Making a lot of berserks out of his main base here. We are going to be seeing some military barracks, counter barracks getting dropped down. Relics getting grabbed over here as well, with the Tusk of the Iron Boar increasing the cavalry hit points by 10%. In the corner of the map, there's also the Eye of Ornlu, giving that extra 5% there as well. In the top of the map, there is the Harmonious Necklace with the extra 10% gold gather rate there. And over on the other side, we do have the Gruknir Odin Spear, increasing the Herdman by 5%. Or is that spear-wielding Deuterinos? Counter cavalry infantry units. Is that it? Wait, if I go over onto the other side. Catapulties, I see. Good. So we do see a little bit of a raid over here. Longhouse getting dropped down. The villagers very much see this. This is absolutely wild by Count. He's just like, I'm going to put... If you're going to put sky passages all over the map, I'm going to put longhouses all over the map. As the villagers getting pushed back off of these baboons for the time being. But they've got that Caladria there. Not the Caladria. Well, they do have the two Caladria there, but they've also got the Carnivora here to defend on this one. And Count's going to need to get some Herser out to go and push in onto that as well. As the Berserk's pushing through, we do have that. One lone Herser is in, but it is getting chased down by the Murmillo. Count is going to be wanting to take that out, but the units here can just finish up on the sky passage as this Carnivore is trying to bring those units through. But now Count knows about this. He sees the town center. He knows exactly what he's facing at the moment, and he's going to have to put some pressure on and find some sort of an advantage here. So we've got triple Caladrias out right now for Blidge, and Count really doesn't have any great options against these Caladria. We do see him retreating back. Shockwave getting dropped down very, very early here by Blidge. Wanting to get a little bit of value there. Snipes one throwing axeman while the Troll getting chased down by those Murmillo hero here. But those Caladria at the top there are still very, very strong. As Count's going to be circling around the top of the map looking for something to attack here. And we do see a Healing Spring getting dropped down.
Yo.
And I think Count basically has to just go to the next age at the moment. He desperately needs that heroic age for Godi to deal with those Caladria and everything else. And this gives Blidge all the time in the world. This actually makes a lot of sense for Oranos to be going for a fast tech town center in this matchup. I think I was not giving it the credit it's due as the medium Berserk's getting chased around. We see another longhouse on this position here as Count is just being annoying with those. Doesn't care. I just put them around the map everywhere. I can build a unit out and cause some problems. It'd be very, very nice. So raiding cavalry coming through. They might be able to pick off a villager here. As it does pop that one back over here. The villager's going to be retreating away. That should be at least one citizen kill. And Blidge does pull back into his sky passage. He can retreat back elsewhere as we see another longhouse onto this position. The Harmonious Necklace is next to this Herser. He can pick that up if he so chooses. As Bragi, is it? Bragi is the god of choice here for the Count Von Count. As he knows that a really, really big attack here at like 11 minutes, 12 minutes into the game, it's going to be incredibly hard to defeat. Especially if there's some Godian to kind of take out those Caladrias and everything else. As Blidge is just going to be spamming units out here. And we'll see if he can actually hold this, this crazy all in. And this is kind of where I was expecting the game to go. If you go 2 town centers against Norse, they're going to be able to hit a really, really big timing on you. But one thing here that Blidge can do is he can just leave the location where the flaming weapons gets hit through the sky passage, retreat into his main base here. So you do see these citizens getting targeted down, but the Caladria are already in position to defend. And he can actually be just like, okay, no worries. You kill the town center with flaming weapons. I leave. I'm up citizens by 20 and play a 1 town center game for the rest of the game to try and push back after the flaming weapons is done. So it's definitely an option here for Blidge. So we'll see if that's going to happen as the unit's coming through. Villagers attempting to retreat back here. Shockwave does come down, but the villagers have not moved just yet. They're going to be retreating away the other way. So we do see a sky passage getting deleted there as the citizens coming over here going to be attempting to get this sky passage up as fast as they humanly can here. Get built really quickly with this many citizens, and the citizens do get that one up. Into the sky passage they go, and back home is their plan here, I would assume. Or anywhere else. Up over here onto the rhinos in the corner of the map. No worries there. The citizen's going to be retreating back. We see Blidge moving up to the middle of the map. Unfortunately for Blidge here, he doesn't have that sky passage to retreat now away from the town center. But all the villagers are no longer in on this location anymore. So he's actually completely fine to just retreat away with just the army normally. As the army of Count on Count will be dropping that flaming weapons here. And we'll see Blidge, just simply put, going to be retreating back. Those Terma cannot garrison into the town center, though. They're getting stuck on it. This is not the most smooth of retreats here from Blidge, as Count should be able to take this town center down very, very quickly. Does he have Burning Pitch? No Burning Pitch just yet, but he can grab that one to take the town center down incredibly fast. There's the battle balls over here. What are they doing? Looking for some villager kills, I guess, as the heroes going to start coming through, and the town center does end up getting targeted down. But Blidge hasn't lost any villagers yet, so he's actually completely fine. Flaming weapons is going to be finishing up in 5 seconds. There's all the Caladria still out here. We're not seeing Count getting himself those goatees just yet. So many Caladria flying overhead. As Count's going to be retreating back. Blidge is on the chase. We'll be taking down some of those thrown axemen as well. As the battle ball's coming over to take down the manor. And Blidge is an angry Atlantean right now. Chasing down this Thor army. As we do see the heavy infantry going to come through to help Count on Count out here. You can also get this other tech which comes with Bragi, which I think is very, very strong as well. Which is Call of Valhalla, which means whenever your berserks die, you get 1 favor for them, which can contribute very, very nicely for Dwarven Mines later in the game. As the army of Count going to be retreating back, and Blidge just got a gold mine in this corner. You have to, like, basically drop a military building on every single gold mine as the Norse player if you want to go for a gold staff on an Oranos. Otherwise, they will be taking your gold mine, and they will be making fun of you for it. So all the buildings in the middle will be getting taken down. There's more buildings in the main base here for Blidge coming up. But Blidge, he's clicked up through Hyperion. He's getting himself the bite of the shark, and he might be okay here to continue. At least I think he is completely fine here at this point in the game. And Count is just like, I want all the battle balls. Give me them all. These battle balls are very, very strong. They've got so much damage in them. So good at killing off buildings and everything else. So there's the heroic gauge now in for Blidge. Blidge trying to get a sky passage up in this little gold mine over here, but it's not going to be available for him. As the army is starting to fan out and check out all of the things. All Count needs to do is barracks, 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 and then check this gold mine. And then he should be okay here to get a big, big advantage moving forward. As we do see Call of Valhalla is on the way. It's not, I mean, the 10% HP is very, very good, but it's the extra favor you get for losing those berserks. As we do see a Chaos getting dropped down. And Count is very happily just going to be retreating after this. He's got those battle boards. He can turn around and just buck those units if he wants to. But he does decide to turn in, take this fight. Those goatees in the back need to be targeting down Caladrias and something else in the back there. But we'll see if Count on Count has the army to be able to beat these this Murmillo force, which Blidge has made at the moment. We see a lot of units coming out here at the moment, as we do have a couple of Berserks coming in onto this position, as the villagers have been spotted here. And Blidge, he is managing to maintain a decent amount of resources. Look at the resources in the bank here for Blidge. He just needs to spend his resources, build a whole bunch of buildings at the back here. Just build 10 military barracks and then just spam out those units. He could also just go to the Mythic Age if he wants to, but I'm not sure what he gets from that. So those Caladria, they're just going absolutely insane. 6 Caladria. Is that not insane? 6 Caladrias, and now it's going to see some more military barracks coming through. Blidge going to start making himself those units out. He can jump through this sky passage and come and defend this gold mine if need be. Another option, instead of putting a longhouse on all the gold mines, is just to put a ox cart on all the gold mines and a dwarf or two. There's the sky passage on the back. Excuse me. The sky passage on the back here will be getting taken out. We see a hill fort coming up here for count on count. As the villagers going to be making their way up onto this gold mine with a palace. And it's a slight deficit for Blidge, but he's going to be having all the counter units at the moment. He's got those Arcus out. He's got those Murmillo out. And Count doesn't have all the units in the world over here right now. He needs to be pumping those Throw and Axemen out to be able to pick this one off. Maybe even getting some Huskar, which he is going to be doing to help out on that position there. As the Murmillo are going to be cleaning everything up here. Count's coming back in onto this position right now to take out those Murmillos, as the Battle Ball will be getting taken down as well. As more Battle Ball are going to be coming through here for Count. This is what he was needing at the start of this fight, but it looks like Blidge has managed to defend for the time being. This Count's going to be retreating back. He does have his second town center up now. As the army of Blidge is just way too strong for Count at the moment, though. As, I mean, he's trying to fight this one. There's not really any heroes on the front here. Blidge spending all of his favor on Caladria, it seems. He's got 6 Caladria. 6 Caladria. That's insane. Town center coming up for Blidge as well. It's been a really, really good hold from him thus far. And we will be seeing a third town center for Count von Count coming up as he is trying to get his boom on here. It might be worth it for him to go to the Mythic Age at the moment as well. Maybe going for Balder. He could go for Tyr, but I think Balder is the better idea to get a whole bunch of fire giants and things like that out. There's another palace is up. I also think that Blidge will need to go to the Mythic Age as well and start making those fanatics. It's very, very important to get those out. They're super, super strong. The third town center will be up for Count von Count. I would actually like to see him grab this corner one, because that's going to be a little bit out of sight, out of mind from Blidge. As the army of Count popping his head back over here, he's got to be a little bit careful about where he's hanging out, as the army is very, very strong right now for Blidge. Count's pushing in, though. There's plenty of heroes here to take down those battle balls, and the pacify ability from those Caladrias is doing absolute work here. There's another great haul going up onto that position there. Right now, no favor in the bank for Count von Count to do a whole lot with, as the army is going to be clashing into the middle here. Blidge needs to get some armory upgrades, though. This is the big advantage for Count von Count at the moment. As we see the Throw and Axemen coming in, they're going to be getting distracted away by those Caladrias. One Caladria down. Raiding Cavalry popping through here. Completely unupgraded Raiding Cavalry, but they do have bronze shields, so that's going to be a big, big help. As those Caladrias still flying over the top. You should just use patrol on them to move back and forth over the enemy units there if you're going to be using them as a distraction. As the battle board's going to be coming forward, Town Center going to be attempting to help defend on this position, as Blidge is just pumping the units in here. Count von Count trying to stay alive. We see another great haul coming through. And there's that medium cavalry finally on the way We see fortified town centers in as well. Both players at 100 villages now. We also see a cheeky hill fort coming up for Count Von Count to secure that town center on the back there. And Count Von Count, he's got map control at the moment. We see another sky patch is back onto this gold mine for those villagers to go up there. I wouldn't mind him just jumping there now, leaving this gold mine for later. And that's kind of what he's going to be doing there as we see a palace going up to grab the gold mine. And Blidge is going to now move down onto this position to break the walls. And he might be greeted with that hill fort here, but it's going to take 50 seconds for that one to come in. As Blidge here, he will be spotting it going up very, very slowly here. You have to remember also there's this back longhouse, or two back longhouses for Count to just be building some stuff. And all of this time now that Count has bought himself, he's going to get into a really, really good position with all of his military units here. He's up to nearly full population. Houses coming down. He can actually grab this town center as well if he wants. And he does decide to click up through Balder. There's a raiding cavalry coming up to this position. He could drop a market here and start going for some trade onto this position as well. As the palace will get taken down very, very slowly over here. I mean, he can chop out. He won't get taken down. The army going to come through here and defend that one nicely. These sky passages are working. An absolute treat for Blidge. So we'll be seeing that heroic renewal coming in. Town center on the back going to be coming up here as those longhouses attempting to get spotted or spammed out all onto the back. We do see that market in the corner. Trade route going to be started. And the army decides to crash in right now. Is there burning pitch? There is. Those, look at this. These bad boys have got 4x versus buildings. They will tear a building down incredibly quickly. The Thor and Axemen are doing 6 hack damage per second times 4. Those buildings will not last long in this game at all. As Count Von Count deciding to rush through here. He's got those raiding cavalry to get some serious damage. Also going through Balder does unlock Sons of Slipnir, which is a really, really good tech for your raiding cavalry to take out enemy archers. As he's charging through here with all of his units. And can Blidge hold on is the big question. He does click up through Helios at the moment, but is it too little, too late? Count Von Count's army is absolutely gigantic here. He's nearly at full population here, whereas the population for the Oranos player, for Blidge, is dropping very, very quickly. The raiding cavalry breaking everything very much so. Balder does pop here, and basically, Count can just click that Ragnarok now very, very simply and take everything out. I don't recommend doing it. I think he should get out some Siege first. He is going to be doing so. And also get that Sons of Slipnir upgrade through just in the Great Hall here. Get all his upgrades and just take his time. He doesn't need to go for any sort of crazy all-in at the moment here. As the town center are going to be coming back up for Blidge. He is defending nicely. There is a gold mine on the back here that Blidge can jump to, as he can go all over the map. But a very, very simple way to play this from the Rag perspective is you just send a handful of Rag heroes to every corner of the map, every gold mine, and just start putting buildings down everywhere. Also, Count Von Count could go for a Titan here. Titan Rag is definitely an option. Titan Rag is not only an option, but a good option as well. As you do see the raiding cavalry coming over here, going to try and take out the palace, take Blidge out. Blidge can just pop back onto this gold mine though, so he can be totally fine. But the big thing is, with Helios coming through for Blidge, he will have access to those fanatics, which will turn the tides in a big way here if Blidge can get the palaces out to get them through. Because those fanatics basically kill every single unit which Count Von Count can build in a big way. And Count has somehow managed to get hill forts up on the back of Blidge's base right now. He's got ballistas charging through. We will be seeing those units tackling that up as the palace on this position does go down. And with that, it could be an option for Count to push in and kill off the town center on the front here. What is this trade route? Go to this town center. Why are you going here? This one's better. Anyways. Town center now getting targeted down yet again. Portable ram in to help out with those ballists to boot. And the town center in the front looks like it will be getting taken down. But Helios is in and he can just vortex around the map if he so chooses. And he will be doing so. Coming in immediately here. Wait, are those all hero units at the moment? No. The town center lives another day. Blidge is holding on really, really nicely in this game. This count's going to be retreating back. We'll see how things are going to go. The count, he's actually lost a lot of units here. Does he have anyone on gold? Yes, he does, but no ox cart over here. Where's his ox cart gone? Oh, no. Count, your ox cart. Get onto the thing. Get onto the gold mine. His units are going to be pushing through over here. Count having a bit of a struggle in terms of resources as our main man Blidge can now start going in to whatever he really wants to do here. See the heavy ballista coming in as well. Hillfort gets denied onto this position as the gold mine has been opened up over here. Meanwhile, more longhouses on this corner here as the ballista can take out villages pretty well here as well. Funnily enough, I think it would be a better idea for him to just go for throwing axemen here instead of the ballista to siege down these buildings. Absolutely insane. Oh, and we do see the ox cart has moved. He doesn't have shaft mine. Ah, no upgrades. Doesn't matter. Thor's economy. How are the armory upgrades looking? Full bronze. No iron in just yet. 4 count on count. As the hill fort on the front does go up, we're going to start seeing some fire siphons. I want to see fanatics. How is this game still going on? The Ark is going to come through and clean up some of those ballastas onto this position here. And the raiding cavalry just going to check down on the bottom again. I think just put a barracks down. Barracks onto all the golds. There's only a little bit of gold left for Blidge. So Count can kind of just sit back and wait until Blidge runs out of gold. Because he's going to. He just has to keep making good trades. Blidge is at full population. But Count can be at full population relatively soon as well. He's got the trade route going in a big way. There's the raiding cavalry sneaking up onto this position here. He does have 59 on gold, but there is this gold mine over here. I'd love to see a ballista on this position here to siege down this town center from Count. As the raiding cavalry are going to be sneaking through here, going for some more villager kills. As the portable ram going to be coming in here, target the town center down. That fire giant just threw those boulders at that villager and just got absolutely smoked. The town center there for Blidge will be going down. Count for Count is literally just grinding Blidge down. And we see more buildings coming up. It's finally Blidge coming to the back here to take down the Longhouse, Hillfort, and everything else. Galadriel are going to be getting picked off on that position. More Hillforts coming in. And we got some mirror towers. These are actually pretty strong, to be honest. Look at them go. Look at that damage. They're doing 12 damage per second. Compared to a tower, 9.6. So a little bit stronger than a tower. And a little bit cheaper than a tower to boot. There's Count pushing through. He's still struggling to... I don't understand where Count's resources are going. He's like constantly sitting at like next to no resources in the bank. But he's not even close to full population here. That's wild. Wait, how many buildings does he have? He's got 5. He's got a fair amount, to be honest. I don't think he's got them all selected though. He's got 4 berserks getting trained out of that position there. As the portable ram's going to be coming through here to take out the palace on the back. We'll be seeing an armory going down as well over here as Blidge, he is slowly getting beaten up in this game as the citizens might try to sneak through here. There is still a gold mine over here that he can grab. I think this is where he's going to go straight onto this gold mine. But there's only 2,500 gold left there. And then once Blidge is out of that, that's just the game over. As you see a whole bunch of fire giants also in queue here for Count on Count. That's going to be a tough one for Blidge to deal with. As the portable ram's going to be sneaking forward, taking down more military barracks and everything else down here. The Ark is going to go down as well. But, I mean, where to next is the big question. Berserk's popping out, going after those citizens straight away. You can keep on pumping those Berserks out onto this position. I'd love to see him get conscript soldiers here as well to take out the villagers on the gold mine even faster. But Count continuing to push through. He is on 4 town centers. He's been on 4 town centers for quite some time here. And finally, after 30 minutes here, Count for Count manages to force Blidge out of the game as Blidge does tap out. What a crazy game this was, guys. What an actually insane game. He doesn't even click Ragnarok. He could have. 260 population Rag plus, like, and then you go 100 pop up, so you times that up by, well, you up, it's like 300, right? Also, you add an extra 200 population to the total. You go up to 460 population if you clicked Rag at this point. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Blidge almost managed to push back in this game. I was surprised how well he was holding. He loses the town center, but then he perfectly reasonably pulls back and he's completely fine after that, after losing that town center because he didn't lose any citizens. But in the end, he just couldn't get that economy going at a hard enough rate here. Where do we got? All resource total. You can just see Count's just got so much more economy than Blidge in this game. Is that just because of economic upgrades? Did he have them? He's got all of his... It's absolutely wild how strong Norse is, guys. If anyone is out there saying Norse isn't strong, tell them, check out Count von Count's Thor. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.